Number 8, kingdom mindset knows that the earth is the Lord's and not the devil's. Psalm 24. Thus, the material world is also sacred and something to be cultivated. Genesis 2:15. Church mindset are only concerned with spiritual things like prayer, healing, deliverance, and fruit of the Spirit. These spiritual things are only really as effective, they're only really effective if they apply to our work with God and its concomitant love of our neighbor as the salt and the light of the earth. Number 9, kingdom mindset works towards new frontiers for Christ with the understanding that other sheep that are currently not of this fold have to be brought in by, systematic expansion and reaching beyond the current limit. While church mindset focuses on producing individual Christians only and are satisfied keeping them as church folks, instead of preparing them to go do exploit out there. Number 10, kingdom mindset desires to interweave the principles of God's word into every fabric of culture so that every nation and city favors Christian and bases their basic laws on biblical principles. While church mindset are only concerned with are not overly concerned with politics. And number 11, kingdom mindset articulates Christ as Lord over every nation, culture, and creation, while church leaders preach Christ only as the head of corporate and universal body, the Church of Christ. So that's the mistake. Jesus is Lord over my life. He's Lord over here. He's Lord over believers. He's also Lord over creation. He's called governor among the nations. Come on, talk to me, church. If he's the governor among the nations, then why are you telling me, why are we calling on him to intervene in Nigeria if we don't think that we should be involved with Nigeria? I can tell you that it was primarily the church, then headed by, the group headed by Pastor Bakari, that brought about Save Nigeria group. They were the ones, he was the one and the other people that reached out to other people and moved that made the change possible during the days of Yaradua. Now we have another crazy man there who doesn't know where he is. He's just talking nonsense. He's just talking rubbish, inflaming passion all over the nation. And everybody say, hey, Save Nigeria group and that. The guy that did it that time was his late 50. That guy is 65 now. He's thinking of something else. And all these young people, nobody wants to do anything except to go to Twitter and Facebook and be abusing people. Nobody can take that. They don't take their destinies in their hands. I saw Sowore or somebody was doing something, and then somebody will say, oh, hey, look at him. They shot him. Be careful. Nigeria is not worth dying for. Just forget. Nobody wants to die. Nobody. They want to go to heaven. They don't want to die. Why are you going to get revolution without people confronting forces? Without people getting involved in politics? What is it? Number 12. Kingdom mindset recognizes Jesus as king over every nation and secular kings. The implication of this is that the church must engage in cultural and social political arena for societal transformation. Those with church mindset only preach Christ as the head of the church and neglect Jesus' function as king over the unredeemed world. There's something someone just shared with me this afternoon. We're talking with a pastor from Norway, and we were just sharing. He's a Nigerian. God sent him over to Norway. Because of him, when it was time to renounce Nigerian citizenship and become a Norwegian, he went to Nigerian embassy and they said, okay, so are you ready to renounce? He said, I don't want to renounce my citizenship of Nigeria. I love my country, I don't want, but I want to get that citizenship. They said, well, the Nigerian consular guy just told him, it's possible. There's a clause in their law that says, except your nation doesn't want to release you. Since you are the only Nigerian I've ever met who doesn't want to renounce our citizenship, they now wrote to the Norwegian government and said, this guy is from royal family, and if he renounces this, it has so many traditional implications for his people because he's an inheritor of a kingdom. And therefore, we are not releasing him as a citizen. He needs to hold Nigerian citizenship and Norwegian citizenship. And the Norwegian government said, no, we don't do that. He said, but that's what your law says. They gave it to him because the Norwegian law is that you cannot hold dual citizenship. Until recently, they just passed the law. The law was changed for him. Guess what? In all this lockdown, he was still doing fellowship. In the whole of the country, every other place was locked down. His was not that locked down. And in fact, they were saying you cannot meet more than 2 people. They were allowed to meet with over 100 people in his church. Literally, they are now looking at him, and pastors and people are coming to him. What kind of influence do you have? He had such apostolic influence. Even in governmental circle, when you mention his name, they knew this guy is an authority figure. If we let the world remain that way, we will not be able to share Christ with them. Do you understand what I'm saying? I have 2 more, and then I'm out of it. Number 13, kingdom mindset shepherds the whole communities. While the church mindset believes in shepherding only those who come to their congregation. Invariably, the focus remains only inwards and never outwards. See, you need to be the pastor of your community. And one way to start being the pastor of your community is to go and know the AZ. Go and know the local chief in that place. Have his telephone number. If there's a problem, you say, I don't even know why we're like this. Sir, we celebrate Easter break. We celebrate Christmas. You can use one of the holidays. Call 5-10 of your leaders. Let them go and make arrangement to see him that we are coming to see you. They say, well, we've been doing church in your place. We are in Robokuta and we're in so and so. We just brought this gift to you to say Happy Christmas. And then we say, we are praying for you. And you'll be saying, and bless him and pray for him. And then he's going to say, Pastor, here's my card. I will call you. Just call me anytime. He will give you to the bank. And do you know, sir, the church can organize an award for the police. Just meet lead your team and go and say, thank you, police. Thank you for what you are doing. And do this. And then talk with him and give them a gift. And then tell them, say, on so and so, every December so and so, we want to organize an award. The 3 best policemen who are not corrupt, no bribe, no this, we are giving an award that they can use for their children. It might not be more than 20,000 or 30,000 or another thing. We are going to support these people to this extent. So we want you to start looking at that now. If you do that, you will invariably, see, you are not looking for publicity. NTA will come and meet you. Channels will come and meet you. It's easier to reach the people than it's easier to make it. Just go and meet the police and create an award. Do something. Meet the people there. Meet the local leaders. Mix with them. That's how to be a pastor of communities. You can't just be pastors of these members alone. Let them be pastors of communities. Let the key leaders in community know you. Become a voice. Sir, you know Reverend A.R. Bernard in New York. There is nothing done. President Trump had to involve him in his transition. And when the guy was just blowing it and misbehaving, he resigned publicly. CNN is looking for this man. He has one of the largest church in New York. A.R. Bernard. There's nothing you want to do. He sits on the education board of New York State. There's nothing, no government comes in without reckoning with him. The city of New York, he lives in Brooklyn. His church is Brooklyn. I've been there. The city of New York knows him. Almost every major board of the city and state of New York, this man of God is there. His church is called Cross-Cultural Church. He has all tribes there and all that, and he made sure that, so celebrities are going to that church. Because he became a community pastor instead of local pastor. Oh my Lord. Okay. I don't know if you heard anything. Pastor will finish it.